AITA for leaving my SIL's wedding early without my husband? Let me start this off with my 23F husband 26M and I have been together for almost 6 years and have an almost 3-year-old son. My husband's family has always been very lovely and welcoming. The only exception however is my SIL 29F, from the moment I met my husband. She's hated me for no reason. First time I ever met her was at their mother's wedding and I, 7 months pregnant the time, found her spooning my sleeping husband in the room. Him and I were sharing. The day only went downhill with her crying to him about how he could have done better, and that it's not too late. Right after we had our son she was supposed to visit us with my mill but refused because she didn't want to. I thought it was strange but let it go and waited for her to be ready to accept us. Flash forward 3 years and virtually nothing has changed. She ignores our son and I's existence, but when we're brought up she shows a very obvious disdain according to most of his family. Back in July she asked my husband to walk her down the aisle, in a whole different state in September, just a few months away, knowing I'd be difficult due to our jobs. Long story short, my husband ended up agreeing knowing I didn't want to. On our way to the wedding we were informed that even though we are driving 24 hours to get there we will have to pay $400 for our lodging. Okay fine, whatever, I planned for something unexpected. That didn't bother me. What did is that the second we got there we had to get straight into the rehearsal dinner, only to find out my son and I are not seated with family or the extended family during the ceremony, nor are we seated with my husband at the reception. We find out the night before the wedding that the person who is seated next to him was a girl he had a crush on in high school and his sister hadn't talked to in 10 years, rather than his wife and child. My husband was upset but refused to talk to his sister or go against her wishes for the seating, so I just took my son and left. I didn't have high hopes coming to the wedding, but I was hoping that she'd at least start treating us as family since I'm her precious younger brother's wife, but myself and worst of all our son were completely disrespected. My family is completely on my side of course, and most of my husband's family is as well, but some people are saying I should have just put up with it instead of leaving in the middle of the reception because she was the bride. Please tell me if I'm the